Welcome to your in-depth weekly horoscope for week commencing the 17th of October for the Sun or the Ascendant. I'm going to give you a broad overview of what to expect, but please stay with me. I will then dive deep to give you in forensic detail each of the 12 zodiac signs from Aries through till Pisces. Now, as this week begins, we still have that Libra season. The Sun, Mercury and Venus all in the sign of Libra, but Venus is the ruler of Libra, so this gives it a particular resonance. Now by Saturday, the Sun and Venus come into an exact conjunction, but it's right at the end of their stay in the sign of Libra, because on Sunday they move into Scorpio. So I need to tell you about that for each of the 12 signs, but also the ruler traditionally of the sign of Scorpio is Mars, and the Sun's forging a really energized link to Mars this week, which is brilliant if we're wanting to have enthusiastic conversations. The problem is that Mars continues to be compromised by the swirling mist that is Neptune, and that's in the 12th solar house. So the potential for gossip or misunderstandings is still quite high, but if we can get our facts straight and we have a real sense of wanting to work in some kind of cooperative, collaborative, collegiate way, the Sun's conjunction with Venus by the end of the week can really, on the face of it, point towards improvements around relationship matters. It's just that in the very heart of this week, there is also a square between the Sun and Pluto. And this is much more complex. It's exact on Wednesday, but it is there, getting tighter to that exact point for most of this week. And of course, Pluto is very much the planet of power. So any relationship matter may require, if it has not been quite going as each party wants, an intense discussion. If it's possible to use the more diplomatic energies of Venus and the more detached vibe of Mercury, which does continue a very bubbly opposition to Jupiter, if we can continue to do that and rise above the need to be very forceful in our approach, which comes from Pluto, then solutions can be found. But if that's not possible, I think that the move of the Sun and Venus into Scorpio, along with Saturn going direct on Sunday, could signal a separation in a tie that isn't working, or it can see something settle down in a much deeper and more productive and positive and committed way. So it's a bit of a make or break week for relationships in general for many of us, but how this plays out for your particular zodiac sign is what I will explain. Now, if you would like to ascend above this zodiac broadcast, year 2023 is racing up. If you want your personal forecast for that year, if you give me 3 pieces of personal data of time, date and place of birth, I can give you your 2023 personal forecast, but the rest of this year free. Plus, in my special package, your roadmap, your character analysis, which can help to guide your moves for the rest of your life. This will give you invaluable information to help you to understand some of life's repeating patterns for you, but also where you can seize opportunities. Please see the link below for more information. If you're new to my channel, I'd be honoured if you would subscribe. If you decide to do so, please click or tap on the bell notification symbol. If you're an ongoing viewer, thank you so much for your continuing views. So Pisces, your week commencing the 17th of October forecast suggests that you're feeling that something needs to change in your situation that really could have some profound implications for you for some time to come. Now, maybe it's around a deep relationship, and the change could be actually learning to be that much closer and intimate with someone. On the other hand, there is the potential for wanting to separate from something that isn't working quite so well for you. And the reason that there is this contrasting, if you like, conflict is that Pluto in your sector of the future is in a tense right angle with the Sun and Venus. Now they're in an exact conjunction by Saturday, so and they are in your sector of desire, whereas Pluto is about what's protecting you down the track. It's also about the higher truths of your situation, not so much your deepest desires, which could be financial, it could be sexual, it could be to do with wanting to express your own talent in a more entrepreneurial way. So there's a lot of questions that you're being asked this week in all sorts of areas of your situation. It may be about where you live, it could be about marshalling your longer term resources, it could be about a property matter. Pluto's definitely given you food for thought, but the desire side of things comes from that energy in Libra. But the biggest change occurs for you when on Sunday the Sun and Venus arrive in your sector of escapism, of opening up your world, of being much more adventurous and independent. And a complete change of energy can come in as the week closes that actually can be really very uplifting. And part of what can help you also is that Saturn, which has been going through a grinding retrograde since early June in the most psychological part of your situation, and that may have seen you wanted to withdraw a little bit from other people, that goes direct motion. Now it doesn't change the fact that until the 7th of March next year, Saturn does continue in the tender 12th house, and it is still in that very, very testing right angle with Uranus through to the end of November. But it's the start of a beginning of a bigger change. But I think it's the Sun and Venus moving into Scorpio at the end of this week that just can see you thinking, look, there's a lot of politics here, a lot of intensity. You just need to go and do something much more spontaneous, and that actually can help you to get a clearer perspective about some of those deeper and really quite serious questions that you're trying to unravel earlier in the week.